Previously on the Promised Neverland. Norman dies, Sister Crone dies. Ray was revealed a traitor, but we already covered that here in the channel. Ray is not so much of a traitor as we think he is. He actually ends up helping after being discovered by Norman and being convinced by Emma and Norman to work for them. Yeah. Norman gets shipped out, he gets killed. Crone tries to help the kids, she gets shipped out and killed. The kids, surprisingly and unsurprisingly, manage to escape, and in a feat that no kid on their age could be able to achieve. Ray fakes his death to Mama. They escape with kids who could barely even comprehend the world around them, who also accepted the whole demon shenanigans far too well. They managed to escape, leaving the 5-year-olds and below behind on the hands of Mama and demons. They make their way to a haunted forest with lesser demonic beings, snake-like lesser demonic beings who try to consume them, and they are then followed by the higher end up demons who try to kidnap them and kill them, only to be saved by other demons who happen to be sort of religious, all for peace and quiet demons. Yes, a lot has happened in the Promised Neverland in the almost 20 chapters, not almost, on the 20 chapters that followed ever since the last one I've made. If you'll allow me a second to check that out, the last chapter of the Promised Neverland I covered, which was a long while ago, was a very long time ago. I remember that much. I believe, the last one I covered was chapter 19. It's been 30 chapters ever since. So, a lot has happened, like, in between. I believe I left off when Sister Crone offered them her help. I believe we followed through Ray's supposed betrayal. Yeah, we followed through that. That was right in the beginning. But yeah, after that, a lot has happened, and I was looking for a way to bring that up. I didn't want to go through the whole 30 chapters just to get to this point. Basically, a lot of planning goes on. They discover a little bit about the structure of the plantation. They discover that they are not the only plantation in that area. There's, I believe, 4 more, so that makes 5 with theirs. There's 5 plantations, all in an hexagon, I believe. Yeah, or a pentagon. No, I believe it's if it's an hexagon, then there's 6 plantations. It's either 5 or 6. It's either a pentagon or an hexagon. Basically, there's a shape size, with the center being the demons' HQ for that area, and they manage to escape by climbing the walls and rappelling to the other side, because the plantations are surrounded by a pit. Yeah, an impossible feat for normal kids, but let us not forget this is a manga, therefore impossible is a word that's as easily bent as a rubber sling. So, but anyway, my dear friends, my dear viewers, I am happy to bring back to the channel The Promised Neverland, chapter 49 of its name. If I'm not mistaken, please do teach us, something along those lines. We still follow Emma and the other kids, together with these 2 pacifist demons. So I believe one of them is called Musica, and the other I don't remember his name. But yeah, this whole situation is very, very strange. So They are only now learning of cooking. No, I mean, who cooked back at the plantation? Probably Mama. Yeah, that's probably it. Okay, sharing a good meal like this really makes me happy. Family, safety, and warm food. Happiness is in the little things. Yeah, chapter 49, Teach Me. This manga, if you guys haven't been following it, I do highly recommend you go back and read it from the beginning if you must. Because although the underwhelming stuff that happens, like kids of this age and complexion just escaping from the grasp of unholy demons who no one knows anything about yet, just to barely escape from snake-like trees. Apart for all of that, these last few chapters have been a little bit out of the ordinary. But let's not forget, this is a work of fiction. This is a manga above all else. So impossible things and strange things are in order of business. So it's been 3 days. We're making a lot of progress. Though we have to take many detours following along this labyrinth. You want to head southeast towards this area. Then you should leave the forest from the northern side and walk around it. If we went straight southeast, we'd have to pass through wild demon territory. Take the long way and you'll meet nothing but wilderness. No demon settlements around there either. You should be done with this forest within 5 days. After that, it'll take a single day more for you to reach your goal. In the meanwhile, you should learn something useful. Music and I shall be your tutors. We'll teach what you need to survive, the essential knowledge and skills. Okay. Curious. Very curious. Awesome Emma, she's something else, alright. We'll have to cross a river, and for that there's no choice but to go outside. I'll go alone first and scout the area. Take care. Seung-jo. That's the other guy's name. So Music and Seung-jo are the 2 friendly demons that they have met. Then please take me with you. I want to get a look at the situation too. I swear I won't do anything risky or bother in any way. I understand, however, do not even for a moment get away from me and from this. This meaning the spear, of this meaning the oddly looking creature you have behind you. Okay. The river itself is shallow if ice cold. It's easy enough to cross it by walking. The problem is your pursuers. Are there any of them lurking about? If they come, how can you escape? Then what do you want? I'm sure he didn't ask to come along just for a change of scenery. Oh, that. I wanted to ask you to teach me how to take a life. You see, this is sometimes the problem with this story. I mean, I've been enjoying it so far. The Promised Neverland is one of those mangas that its first chapter hit me like a truck. Literally. It was all fine and dandy, an orphanage, happy kids and whatnot. But then all of a sudden, by the end of the chapter, we found out that there are these demons who are cultivating the kids to then eat their brains, and we're like, but then things follow up and we see kids like Emma is what, 13 years old if I'm not mistaken, 13, 14, 15, somewhere along those lines. But a kid of this age, like I compare to kids of that age on the real world, We do have some kids with 13, 14, 15 years with their head on their place, with their head on their shoulders, but most of them, and especially the little kids took this way too easily. But I guess for plot reasons it must be so. But Emma to just come and ask Sung Yo to just teach her to take a life. Like, I never done it myself. We have 2 more days. I want to learn this before you go away. Okay. Fruits, vegetables, fish, meat, live. From now on I have to take it in my hands and turn it into food. Oh, okay. She wants to learn how to hunt. Ah, okay. That makes it slightly different. It was a typo. I overreacted, I assume, but still, it should have been, please teach me how to hunt first and not how to take a life, because one thinks that she wants to face demons already. Okay, but this makes a lot more sense. So Gupuna. Hold it with care. This is a vampire wit called Vida. It's widespread everywhere. Pierce the chest of your prey with it. Present your quarry before the gods. If they accept it, the flower will bloom. Only then is it acceptable to eat the meat. That's the Gupuna ceremony. It's how we demons traditionally slaughter our game. It also helps with bleeding. By letting the blood out, the meat holds for longer. You have to stab them while they're still alive. Oh, boo-hoo! Like if you haven't just shot him with an arrow while he was still alive. Ugh. Anyway, let's move on. Don't worry, it's unconscious. You won't feel any pain. You just shot him with an arrow. And you have a problem of stabbing him while he's still alive. This makes no sense to me. I saw this flower stabbed into the chest of my sister. Her name was Coney. She was a gentle little girl, and when she smiled, she was very cute. Oh! Oh, so that's why she reacted to the flower. I hope you don't have bad memories. Memories of pain, of fear. Oh, I think he has. Gupuna is a ritual of gratitude towards the gods. It shan't be done without respect. Be at ease, I'm sure your brothers and sisters are not weighted by painful experiences. Do you want to stop? No, it's fine. Okay, the flower bloomed. We don't want to be eaten, we want to live. But we ourselves eat. We're only alive because we eat. If we don't eat, okay, it's nothing. In this grey world we have two. And Ray just goes trying to do it all alone again. Everyone, let's make a nice good dinner. Tomorrow we're crossing the river. The forest path is almost over now. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna go as easy as that. Well, a more gentler chapter. The last 2 chapters have been slightly... Oh wait, what? There's another page? Is this part of the chapter, or is this fan art? Oh no, this must be... No, this is a fan art. There's no way this is real. Raising the banner of revolution to give the human world back to you, to finish the Neverland once and for all. I shall seal a new promise. First of all, break out from the plantations and head to the agreed point. I'll be waiting for you, for all of you. Yeah, this is a fan art. This is not even the same art style as the author. Never mind that. But yeah, as I was saying, these last two chapters have been these last few chapters have been kind of smoother. It's just their interactions with Musica and Sangyo. So yeah, them just learning stuff. There was a time before, like 10, 15 chapters back, the chapters were really fast paced. Like with their escape and the pursuit, the demon's pursuit, the forest of Alvar Pinera. That's the name of the forest where they were. It's called the forest of Alvar Pinera. All those chapters were a little bit more fast paced and with more action. These ones are a little bit more calmer. It's about them trying to evolve because they need to evolve after all. Kids this age and this with this little skill managed to survive in the forest so far with that little skill ain't gonna cut it from now on. So it's good that they have stopped. It's good that they have found Music and Sangyo. It's also very cool that they haven't met any humans yet, because that raises some interesting questions, like, are there any more humans left behind? Is William Minerva, the guy from the books, the guy that incited them to leave the plantation, is that guy even alive? Or even if he's alive, is he human? He could be a demon, just like Music and Sangyo. He could be a different kind of demon, a demon from before demons were sort of demons. Like, demons might be nothing more than just humans in disguise, or humans who suffered mutations or some sort. We don't know what we're dealing with. That's the beauty. In a sense, that's the beauty of the story of the Promised Neverland. Because we don't know what the state of the world is. Up until a few chapters back, we didn't even knew how the world outside looked. Like, all we knew was the plantation, much like the characters. And that's another thing. We are discovering the world via the characters, through the characters. We are seeing them discovering the world, and we are also discovering the world. That's the beauty of this manga. It's not just about the characters. It's not just about the overarching story. We don't even know the overarching story. I mean, we know that the overarching story is them escaping, but I believe that that is not going to be the whole story throughout the manga. If I had to guess, they will manage to get to safety by like chapter 60 or 70. And from that point on, I think that they'll either hit a time skip, where they will be like 2 to 3 years in there, so then they can mount a rescue to go back for their brothers and sisters who were left behind in the plantation, and the other plantations as well. Maybe they'll go to the other plantations first, rescue the older kids, to join them in preparing to assault the whole plantations. But yeah, we don't even know where the action is. Is it Japan? Is it Europe? Some people have claimed this to be set in Europe, and I myself, I kind of agree with that. Not just because of the names. There's few names of Japanese origin in this to make it feel like a Japanese set story. And I don't know, maybe it is, maybe I'm just overthinking this, but we don't even know where this is set. What the year is it? Does it follow the story of our world? Was there like a cataclysm in our world that made it so humans turn into demons, into bloodthirsty demons? I don't know, and that makes me excited to keep reading The Promised Neverland. But this is it, my dear friends, my dear viewers. The Promised Neverland is back to the channel after the sad ending of Fairy Tail. This is going to be the concurrent video of Monday with the 7 Deadly Sins, which, speaking of which, is coming right away with this week's chapter coming to you. I'll see you then. Bye bye.